Now, I noticed on social media platforms there is so much information when it comes to mental health, how men deal with it, or what men should be doing, or what men are thinking. The way I see it, until a man's ready to take that first step, will he then decide whether to step into an uncomfortable situation that will possibly benefit him to be the better version of himself. And that's not to say that there aren't people who know what they're talking about. For instance, Tony Robbins, a legend. Jim Rohn, so many of the inspiring speakers who have helped other men try to pave the same pathway. We're all saying the same thing. We're all trying to share a message that relates to a bloke that may be struggling or going through a difficult time in his life. And therefore, sometimes we miss out on some of the things that we hear about from other guys and their own experiences of what they went through, how fortunate they were, and why they're in such a good place in their life. And it's not about judging, and it's not about forcing someone to do better for themselves. What I found was it was about giving them a space to speak freely and get things off their mind. Being the soundboard that they need, not someone they need to be told what to do. That's why I thought, don't get me wrong, that those who've done it before, who know what they're talking about, it's about who that message resonates with for each bloke that's listening. For example, like for myself, I'm trying to share the same message to hopefully come across some of those that may resonate with probably the way I present things, how I talk, and how it makes them feel. And, it's different for other blokes. Some are more direct, they appreciate the F bomb kind of approach, whichever one it is that suits you. But at the end of the day, I still feel like it comes down to when a bloke is ready to take that next step and move on to learning about how to improve a situation that they've probably been stuck with, felt lost, and just uncertain about what the next steps could be to progress forward in becoming that better version of themselves. Maybe it's to be a better brother, a better dad, a better son. However it may be, I feel that I wish when I was young I had the role models that could cover the other side of things when it came to my mental health. For me, I think the number one was heartbreak. Just personally, that was kind of the thing that I couldn't control because of the experience of how that felt, and to come out of that. I'm fortunate enough to come out of that, but that's not to say it didn't have its painful moments of what I experienced. Now that I've been through it, I've experienced it. What I was trying to talk about there then was that I wish I had the mental side of things covered when I was young. That way I could expect that these things would happen, that life would slap me in the face and really, you know, hit you where it hurts, the heart. So yeah, it just felt like I needed to talk a bit more about something that was not so much weighing on me, but seeing the different approaches with different guys trying to share the same message. At the end of the day, it's up to the guy who wants to improve his life. Not about trying to force him, but trying to give him a safe space where he can speak freely and just be heard. What's been the one thing that's been holding you back?